Hey, what's going on? It's Andrew here with Beyond Reality Studios as well as RecruitSystems. In this video, I'm just going to walk you through a bit more about our platform and how it helps recruiters book more calls with qualified hiring managers. So how these systems came about is my partner actually has a recruiting company that we've been testing a lot of these things on, and he's essentially been the guinea pig for us. So what this system does is an omni-channel system that involves email, ads, and then various AI components. The first component, the email component, we will identify and monitor companies that are currently hiring, companies that are just raised capital, and other triggers as well. So we want to find companies that are more likely right now to be in the market for work with a recruiter. Then what we do is we take that information, we'll research it, and we'll create custom personalized emails based on whatever signal that we found. So if they're hiring, an AI ML engineer, we're going to hit them with, hey, I noticed you're hiring an AI ML engineer. Maybe it's in this state or this city. Maybe it's with these requirements. Basically, we send these personalized emails. The second component is we take these contacts and we put them in retargeting ad campaigns on Meta, Facebook, and Instagram. What that means is these leads that we extracted, they're now going to see ads from your company all over social media. So we're hitting them from two angles. We're hitting them from the email angle, we're hitting them from the social media angle. And the more touch points you get, the more trust is being built and the more the lead will learn about your company. So they're more likely to book a call in with you. When we get to the actual ads portion, we also run cold ads. We've got a great studio, so we don't use AI for our ads. We actually have an actor. We've got a studio. We get it all edited. We create these beautiful ads, and it reflects really well on your company if you're running these sorts of ads. Then what will happen is leads will be able to book in directly through the ads. So they'll see the ad, they'll read it, they'll watch it, they'll fill out the form, and then book in a call with you directly. And we'll usually put some qualification questions in there so that you understand exactly who you're talking to. When they actually book in the call, this is where the AI system begins. What will happen is our AI system will go and research the lead that just booked a call with you, pull up all their information, research them, identify potential opportunities, put it in a Word document or a Google Doc, and send it either to your lead recruiter, your sales rep, yourself, wherever you needed that to go. And that just helps with being prepared for these calls when you actually hop on. So once you actually book in a call, there's obviously all the sequences and things like that we've tested, and we found sort of more or less optimal sequences to make sure they actually show up to call and everything. So all in all, this is a great system. We're hitting hiring managers with the need. We're building trust. All sales come with the intersection of trust and desire, and that's really what this system is optimized for. So this is the end of part one of this video. In the second part of the video, we're going to actually get into the technicals of how the system works. So we use a three-pronged approach in order to generate you qualified meetings with hiring managers in your niche. The first is a lead outreach system via job scraper. The second is via ads, and the third is connecting it all together using AI and research and a few other facets. So going to the first section here, you can see that we can search for different job types on Indeed, Glassdoor, LinkedIn Jobs. We usually start with one of these platforms. We can always add more on. It's going to extract the job description, company. We're basically going to go research and find that decision maker and then put it into an email. Once we do that, we'll personalize the email and we'll be able to send mass outreach messages at scale. So what does that look like? Let's say, somebody's hiring an AI or machine learning engineer. They're located in, Charlotte, North Carolina. And maybe they have a smaller company size, maybe they're a startup. We can isolate and identify those variables and say, oh, hey, I noticed you're hiring for this machine learning engineer at your Charlotte location, and then we can have some additional sort of personalization based on your track record and your candidate base as well, if you want to go in that direction. So then we have some standard kind of follow-ups with different ad angles. This is really like more on the standard email side. But what happens at the same time is this is what triggers the next part of our outreach system, which is the ads campaign. So for ads, we use a combination of retargeting ads. So basically, we can target people who we'd reached out to in email and get them also into a Facebook ad campaign so they can see you in multiple angles, which increases trust, which makes it easier to book meetings. At the same time, we run a cold ads campaign to build your cold audience, which also feeds into your retargeting ads. We use a really high quality video ad, which I'll show you in a bit. But once we have the ad campaigns going, they'll go to a lead form, which goes to Calendly or whatever booking system you use. We'll fire the pixel, which is basically will track where the lead is coming from and who they are and things like that. And then that activates the final stage, which is the lead research and lead follow-up system. So when someone books on a call, we're going to research them, we're going to enrich their details, create a summary, send an email to the recruiter. And this will help your sales team actually come to the calls prepared and thus come off as more prepared when you're talking to these hiring managers. And we also have the standard sort of text and email sequence after someone books a call. So in terms of the Indeed scraper, this is what that looks like. I'm not going to go too in depth here, but we can see that we initiate a search. We're going to look to see if we have that company in our database already. If we do, then obviously we don't want to reach out to them again. But if they don't, then we're going to go and start the automation here. We're going to determine, we're going to review the website, find out who is the decision maker. We're going to cross-reference it with LinkedIn. We're going to check multiple channels here. And then with all the additional information, we're going to decide who is the most likely person to be the CEO, president, founder, etc. Do some more enrichment. We also use Clay as well for some additional enrichment to get the emails. And yeah, so super powerful for getting exactly the type of company type and accurate decision maker off of the Indeed post. In terms of the ads that we run, we use video ads. They're not AI, they're a real actor. We've got a studio. We make really high quality video ads, really high quality edits, and I'll show you what that looks like now. So you can see it's high quality video, really high quality edits, great actor. So we found that this really helps a lot. So when somebody either books on a call or sends you a positive reply or any message from your email or ad campaigns, we're going to use AI here to classify whether or not is this a positive response or a negative response. If it's a positive response, we're going to add your lead to your CRM here, whatever you might use. Maybe it's HubSpot, maybe it's Loxo, maybe you use RecruitCRM, whatever your CRM is. We're also going to initiate the lead enrichment report where we're going to research the actual lead as well, which I will now show you what that looks like. So we add their details to this Clay table here. We're going to use an automation to go and find their details, research them based on their website or what other details they included when they booked in a call. We'll do even more in-depth research here. We use ChatGPT to actually format it and make a nice summary, and then we can create a nice Google Doc for you. And then send that to your Slack channel, send that to yourself, your team member, who it might be. This is a basic background, but we can make a really complex one as well, depending on your needs. So that's super powerful. And then obviously with the sort of standard follow-ups and that sort of thing, but kind of getting back to it, the whole purpose of this is to make sure that your leads, you're reaching out to qualified leads with a personalized message, having as much information as possible about them so that you can build trust, creating an omnipresent approach, hitting them on email, hitting them on ads so they see you, they trust you more. And then all it is just getting on the call and closing them. So looking forward to see you on the call. If you have questions in the meantime, feel free to send us a message.